Jesus came as the ultimate substitute to stand in our place, but he came to live infinitely better than any of us ever could live on our own. And one of the ways the Bible talks about this is to call Jesus the second Adam, and it's a provocative term, a provocative name that is worth unpacking in this couple of minutes. The first Adam was created by God and placed in a perfect world and was in a perfect relationship with God. Adam literally had it all. He had no earthly needs unmet and no separation between him and God. But in an act of outrageous rebellion against God, he took his own life into his own hands and stepped outside God's boundaries and did exactly what God had warned him not to do. He had it all, but he miserably failed. And when he did, sin and sickness and suffering entered into our world. Adam now lived under God's judgment, and the world as we know around us groans in brokenness. What the world cried out for was a substitute. Not any substitute would do. This substitute needed to be special in every way so that he would not fail the test as the first Adam had. He had to be perfect in righteousness and mighty in power, or he too would fail. God sent the one person whom he knew was qualified to be the second Adam. He sent his son. He sent Jesus. And everything that Jesus did from the first moment of his birth until his ascension to the right hand of the Father, he did as our substitute. Every decision he made, every temptation he faced, every trial or moment of suffering he endured was on your behalf and mine. He faced all the ravages of life in this fallen world without sinning in any way. He was the perfect substitute. And because Jesus was the perfect substitute, on the cross he made the perfectly acceptable sacrifice. And because he did, he satisfied God's requirement, and the penalty for our sin, your sin and mine, was paid. Jesus, the second Adam, is our first and only hope in life and death. Because of his substitution, we are redeemed. God sent one in our place who would do it infinitely better than we could do on our own, and because our salvation depended on him. The Christmas story is the most glorious stand-in, the most glorious super sub story, better than any football match that you've seen. Jesus is the perfect substitute. He is the super sub. Will you realize that he has done something for you that you could never have done for yourself?